Hi everyone, we're going to have a look at blind spots today and we're going to do a little bit of analysis on them. Now it's not quite as simple as just checking over the shoulder to the area that's not covered by our mirrors. What we're going to be looking at is appreciating when we're in other people's blind spots and the dangers that can bring. First of all then, let's actually have a look and see what a blind spot is. This might be basic for a few people, so just bear with us a moment. How I deal with it with my pupils is I get them to understand one or the other of the side mirrors first, and I'm just going to concentrate on this right hand door mirror. And imagine the area that that door mirror sees, if you imagine a clock face, is from 6 o'clock right at the bottom out to about 5 o'clock. And that's really all that area covers, or all that mirror covers. From 5 o'clock though, out to 3 o'clock is our blind spot area. So we can see virtually side to side using peripheral vision. But anything further back than that we obviously can't, but our mirror doesn't cover all the picture. So from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock is our blind spot area. It's not just the right hand side that there is a blind spot. There's also one to the left hand side on any vehicle, and they're not the only blind spots that we can have in our cars. Behind these A-pillars are big blind spots, and especially the one nearest to you, because when you're nearer to this blind spot it actually obscures more of the traffic outside. And as we've seen in previous analysis videos, cars miss things, motorbikes, cycles, pedestrians, when they're in these areas. So it's really important that you're actually moving in your seat to get a good view round. But what this video is all about today is being in other people's blind spots and appreciating those dangers. So let's have a look. Again, I'd like to say a massive thanks to all my viewers who've sent these clips in. By sharing them, it might just mean someone else doesn't have the same accident or problem that you've had. So what we've got here is a fast road, dual carriageway with a lane joining from the left, and already if you think about what we've just described about blind spots, the red pickup cannot see us. The camera car makes a great decision and lane changes. But we're still in the pickup's blind spot. At this point you should either hold back or get on with it and get out in front of him.
You alright? You alright?
So even though the pickup should have checked and done his lane change safely, what we can do is always look at our position in relation to others, and maybe this incident doesn't happen. Our second viewer's clip finds us again on another fast road, a motorway this time, and we're about to overtake the lorry. Our problem car is the red one that's hidden behind this Mercedes in lane 3. The red one's progress is being hindered by some very poor lane discipline by the white van in front of them. And our camera is doing a lane change right in the red car's blind spot. In this situation again, hold back until you've cleared the lorry. This clip also highlights the dangers of undertaking. This next clip for me is ridiculous. Just watch how we're constantly in the blind spot of the black one, and the camera continues without even slowing. This seemed to be a classic I've got priority syndrome, which is also evident in our next clip. Our problem car is again hidden by this Skoda coming the other way. So when I roll the clip on in a moment, look at the angle of the four-wheel drive, and that puts us right in the blind spot. It's obvious that they haven't seen the camera's car. Why don't people slow down when they see things like this happening? This next clip is again an example of how being behind someone can make you not be seen. Watch the car emerging from the left side. Although they should have seen the red one in front, it's obvious that they haven't. But the red one still decides to carry on because they've got priority. That for me is the most needless accident I've ever seen. So we've just seen examples where some people don't look. Well, what if they can't? This is from one of my weekly learning points, number 35 in fact, and it's obvious because of the solid sides to the van that he can't see us, so I instruct my pupil to hold back and let them finish. It beats having a crash. I hope people have found that useful, and I hope people have actually learnt something from this video. And as you can see by the examples that I've shown, being in someone's blind spot area is a serious matter, and it can lead to accidents. The next little thing I'd just like to cover and make sure people are aware of is the attitude and mindset of a few of these drivers we've shown in these examples is actually poor. They seem to have that mindset of I've got priority, the other people should see me, and I'm going to carry on regardless. Listen people, it's not worth having an accident just because you are in the supposed right, and you'll end up being in the wrong if you have that mentality. The next little thing I'd just like to speak to people about are the dangers of being in big vehicles blind spots, especially lorries, but buses as well, but especially lorries. And being in those areas is an even bigger risk, pretty obviously. Rather than being next to those big vehicles, try and position your car next to a space. So either go past them or hold back and stay behind the tail of them, because if they then do move, you're in less danger and risk. Now, I hope that video has been really helpful. I'll see you all soon.